like all the women do during sex. They all laugh at him. The other guy thinks he's cool, but he sounds like a giant tool. He calls himself the Toxic Lord. He'll ramble on and make you bored. He rambles the fuck on. Welcome to the Low Bar Show. They have no knowledge to bestow. We hope that you can stay away, 'cause this stream is probably a mistake. Welcome to the Low Bar Show. Woo! Whoa, to the Low Bar Show.
Let me fix it. Watch yourself. You're not Steve Rogers.
Yeah, don't worry, you're not Steve Rogers.
Oh, he is not Steve Rogers. You're more
Uh,
Steve Rogers than he's Steve Rogers as far
I
as that
know.
goes.
Yeah, look at his helmet. Unfortunately, usually we do a live reaction, but doing Gooch's channel, and I eventually have to sleep. Even I gotta fucking go to bed, and I can't afford
Yeah.
my white powder habit anymore. So,
Yeah.
but I
No.
have some great coffee, and my sister gave me some of this. Check this out. Imported gold Schlager, 107 proof with gold
Dear
flakes inside.
God.
I'm definitely not drinking this 9 o'clock in the morning with my coffee.
Have you already like made out a living will? Because if you haven't, then you probably should at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna do it yet. God, we put the spoiler is just here as a default because we'll get into it. And yeah, let's see, Captain America 4. As I was driving home, I kept thinking about one thing. I think it was this.
Fuck.
Oh,
I kept thinking about something. I had to keep pulling over and making stuff come out of my belly because it was just so disgusting.
mm. The funny part, Nick's, is they actually had so they had a Red Hulk popcorn bucket, and also they had a tin and the popcorn and the soda. Usually I get those, but dude, no bullshit. I'm not paying $45 fucking dollars for Red Hulk popcorn bucket. Like, guys, listen, I don't mind spending 20 because you get free popcorn and soda. You start getting to the $40 and $50 range for a fucking popcorn bucket, like, I'm good.
Hey, blue collar, just out of curiosity, all of this extra stuff that you get, I know you're on a
Check this
tight
out.
budget.
I know, man. Like,
Yeah,
so
I know
this-
I know you're on a tight budget, but you always seem to be able to get to the movies anytime I want to
know.
go randomly watch some piece of shit or something. How is it that you're able to get to the movies so often?
Yeah, I have this thing. I think it's called the Regal Unlimited app, and see, I found a clip, a specific clip just to our channel or my channel or whatever, but it looks something like, here we go.
Lilu Dallas Multipass.
Ah, okay. I see what you did there.
Oh God. So let's see. To the writers and everybody involved, as I'm driving home, I can think about one clip in specific that just encompasses Captain America 4 and what it means to all of us, and how you should feel if you are dumb enough to watch this film. And to anybody, directors, producers, just one thing should be said about Captain America 4.
You've got to do better, Senator.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, the part of the movie when he actually says that is so cringy. Oh my God.
No, that's from the bullshit TV show.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, yes. So reportedly, oh Christ, the budget on this film was anywhere reportedly fucking $400 million, which is probably like $500 million. And
Right.
oh my
Well,
God, yeah.
there's a controversy. There's a controversy about that isn't there? That there's a bunch of like they like restarted it and restarted reshooting it. They changed the name of it from New World Order to Brave New World once they started to see that Trump was actually going to win. And
yeah, I wonder where all these massive reshoots came from. Only because they're expecting the election to go one way, and not the election a different way. Like, oh fuck, we do some last minute reshoots.
Yeah. So yeah, but you know, when I see a movie like this and I hear about the overinflated budget, I'm just like, dude, how many islands are the people that laundered money buying with this fucking this money, man?
Yeah, Bush. I mean, definitely. I mean, Marvel and the MCU still has a brand, and this is going to do money. We won't debate that. I mean, now listen, if reportedly 400 million, 500 million to break even, yeah, sure. This movie would have to do at least $1 billion, and everybody knows walking in, this shit ain't doing a fucking billion.
No. This will be like a flash in the pan for the first week, and then after this, it's gonna get. I mean, whatever we do to it is gonna be like a soft little bit. You know, this is gonna be a nice little slap and tickle to its butthole. But what the other reviewers are gonna do to it, they're gonna like go in deep and hard and rip that thing open.
Oh yeah. Now, I mean, so let's see. What the hell's wrong with your forehead? That's right, Carlton. Because I'm America. Actually, the problem is I'm not Captain America because I'm not diverse enough, unfortunately. Yeah. Boy. Now, is there, because you and me, so we all tear shit apart. It's very easy for us to just spend a half hour, 45 minutes just saying how fucking dog shit this movie is.
You want me to do like a
I was gonna say, I mean, I do want to hear your opinion. I can say with we are fair and not totally fucking biased. There are aspects that I did enjoy. I'm not gonna sit there and just say this is the worst movie of all fucking time. Even if it's the worst MCU film, I will admit I've seen worse. Now, I'm not saying it's a good fucking film, but like, I think my expectations, the bar was so fucking low. I expected to walk out and just this is the worst movie ever. There are some stuff I could recommend. It's not a pure 1 out of 10 for me. And again, I'm not saying it's fucking peak MCU, but Marvel's definitely put out worse shit than this. To be fair.
Yeah, I mean it's somewhere in the middle of the worst stuff. So just I mean, if anyone cares.
That's funny. You want to read
that? President Trump, good morning, sir. Good morning, Mr. President. President Trump says, I'm signing an executive order for this movie to be completely removed from existence. I'm signing an executive order for this movie to be completely removed from existence.
Oh God. Boy. That's
it's worse than the Marvels. Yes, it is worse than the Marvels. So just a really thinly so this movie plot as you can Sam Wilson has now gotten comfortable in taking over the mantle of Captain America. He does so with a combination of tech that he's stolen from other better Avengers and upgrades to his own Wakanda magic, the shield. He has not taken the serum. And he is kind of going through it as like a special forces type soldier doing stuff, just like a upgraded version of what the character that he was in the other, but except now he's Captain America. He's kind of acting like he's getting, drinks bought for him at bars. He's kind of falling into the Captain America role. He has an uneasy alliance with General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, who is, now played by Han Solo instead of what's his name because he passed away. So there's a little bit of to do done with that. Captain is basically higher regarded than Steve Rogers Captain America ever was, if anyone can recall. Like Captain America when he was in his heyday, he was in the old days he was just considered like a showgirl, and then later when he came back he was just basically a shadow operative. So now Sam Wilson is, very much that he's in the public light. He's considered a pseudo celebrity. He's got his own little baby Falcon from the Air Force parajumpers is now taking over his Falcon role. A little too eager. Another one of 2 or 3 characters that we don't give a shit about because we don't know anything about them. They've just been introduced and we're supposed to just assume that, everything's cool. Brings in a character, the Black Captain America convict from the TV show Falcon and the Winter Soldier comes back, and that leads us to the main plot of the movie, which is an attempted assassination, or what we believe is an attempted assassination, with the use of mind control over the president, and then the president's trying to do a big treaty with 2 or 3 other countries in order to do what exactly? I guess control the amount of adamantium and vibranium. Also, to address the issue that was brought up in the Eternals of the big celestial being that's like poking out of the atmosphere. So in that way, they're trying to tie up a lot of loose ends with this film that have been kind of sticking out.
It's been kind of funny. People joked about that since the Eternals. Hey guys, there's a massive, huge being in the middle of the Indian Ocean with a hand sticking out in the head. And the past decade, no one's addressed this massive, fucking huge creature. And finally, after 10 years, let's address this. And of course, now that with Fox and obviously the success of, and you can tell with reshoots, hey guys, you know what was really good last year and did $1 billion? Deadpool and Wolverine. You know what Wolverine has? Adamantium. Hey, let's introduce adamantium into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This is their scapegoat, saying that adamantium, instead of being inherent to Earth, they came from a celestial.
Yeah. No, it's more multiverse crossover. Timely, Wimbly, Mombly. We get to bring in the character of the leader from the 2008 Hulk. Finally gets brought back.
I'm not sure. Do you consider, you're obviously said it, but like, do you consider that being a spoiler? Because they do show some footage, guys. That it's funny.
We'll throw the spoiler thing back up.
I mean, what do you consider to be one? I was curious.
I mean, so that's your So you have the overarching big. bad.
It's the plot. So
you have the overarching big bad, which is the big brain leader, which is not even like. I mean, he's about as. He's about as deadly as Baron Zemo was in Civil War. I mean, but without the charisma or, he's mad that he had Hulk juice sprayed into his brain. And, that was it. To remind you, this was the character that was trying to expose Edward Norton's the Hulk for the world to see and maybe cure him of his Hulk disease.
I know Nick's just had out of the YouTube, whatever we do. But yes, they do show, and it's funny, time goes by. When the Edward Norton Hulk film came out, a lot of people didn't like it. And now over time, it's like, holy fuck, it's fantastic because the Edward Norton Hulk versus the Mark Ruffalo Hulk.
Yeah, explain this to me, like without going too far off on a tangent, because we're gonna get more into this. But explain to me how it's possible for a 2008 early inception Phase 1 MCU movie to look better than a 2025 MCU movie.
Yeah, it is
quadruple the budget
because now they have Mark Ruffalo versus Edward Norton, but they do show the scene when Abomination's fighting the Hulk in Harlem, and of course, and I heard the rumors that eventually they'd bring him back, and of course, if you watch the Edward Norton film, the Hulk's blood drips into his head and it gets bigger, so they were dropping like little cookie crumbs of him becoming the leader. Now officially he is the leader, but like Lord Toxic said, it's this thing where with a $400 million budget, everybody's seen the fucking trailer, the Red Hulk when he's transforming. I'm like, man, like look at the CGI on the Hulk and Abomination in 2009 and look at Red Hulk CGI now. Like how did it's been 15 fucking years and the CGI
17 blue collar.
Yeah. And the CGI is going backwards. Boy.
Yeah. No,
definitely Boosh. Yeah, they were doing reshoots back in fucking, I think, like November. Wasn't it some shit like that?
No, it's very obvious. The pacing of this movie's all over the place.
Yeah.
You have like 2 or 3 characters brought in that we're supposed to give a shit about who we've never seen before, including a Secret Service potential ex-love interest.
Oh Christ.
And a little buddy, a junior Falcon, and then we have characters that the movie swears to God that we should actually give a shit about, like Thunderbolt Ross's daughter, played by Liv Tyler. We got the little girl from Orphan, I guess, is Orphan Black Widow that's 4 feet tall. Talk about suspension of disbelief.
I mean, she's smaller than me, and that says a lot. So she's the head of security for the president of the United States, but also she's an ex-Black Widow. So they had to make sure you guys know that she's a badass because she's an ex-Black Widow. That's why she can take on guys triple her size. I mean, she's borderline Warwick Davis in this movie, and she almost sounds like Warwick Davis. I'm like,
she's basically like if the little girl from Orphan like actually grew up a little bit and then got a job in the Secret Service.
There's no boobs.
No boobs. No.
Boobs. Yeah, her fight scenes are, boy, the stuntmen were being very. I'll say this: the stuntmen were being very generous. We'll say that.
The stuntman basically just falling down for her.
Exactly.
But so, a little bit of they really try so hard for this movie to be Winter Soldier with its espionage and political intrigue and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's just not. They even throw Giancarlo Esposito in here to basically play Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah, he was like the last of the reshoots. You can tell. You could tell his scenes were just so rushed. Like
Tacked on. Yeah, his scenes were totally tacked on.
I could tell he was probably on fucking set for like a week. I mean, just like you were saying, what's funny is anybody who, well, if at this point you've been watching the MCU, everyone remembers Winter Soldier, the opening there when Cap fucking dives down and goes onto the ship. Remember the guy's like, "Oh, I thought you were more than just a shield," and then Steve's like, "Okay," puts a shield back and he fights him hand to hand. They almost copied that scene verbatim in this one, except Sam Wilson's getting the shit kicked out of him because you're not Steve Rogers,
right? So a lot is made out of the fact that Sam has got this level of celebrity, but he kind of highly, works on tech, but not enough is made out of it. Now, had that been the crux of the film, there's a pretty good storyline from an old comic book called that Wolverine actually originated from, called Alpha Flight, and their leader is the only one that doesn't have superpowers. Yeah. And she's not super smart. She's just their leader, and she just uses tech and things like that, and just like some super equipment to make her enhanced. Now, had they leaned into that, I'd have been okay. There was a couple scenes where he doesn't just he's not just using all the stuff himself. He calls in a SEAL team to back him up and things like that. So I'm like, okay, you know what? If that's where this is going, you have this guy that has walked with superheroes, but he's not exactly a superhero himself. No, it's a real comic book. I swear to God. Alpha Flight. Look it up. It's actually not bad.
He's probably joking like LOL.
Yeah, LOL. Yeah. No, it's a real thing. I swear it is real. But so if they had leaned really hard into that, where he's like a soldier and doing stuff like that, the problem with that is the fact that, one, he's been Falcon too long, and two, when we met him in Winter Soldier, he was not really he was just a guy that was helping out veterans with PTSD, and they do touch on that a little bit, and you can see what him trying to help Black Captain America here with his PTSD and incarceration and things like that. And there is some of that Sam does, and when they're doing that, it's really good. And to be fair, yes, that's true. So, and to be fair, when Anthony Mackie is allowed to play that in this film, it is pretty dynamic and interesting. It's maybe the only interesting. And I mean, I will give this to Anthony Mackie. Anthony Mackie gave this thing 110%. He was definitely not phoning it in like Brie Larson was in her Captain Marvel movies and stuff like that. Anthony Mackie was really trying hard to make this a thing and give it a lot of gravitas. And I think to a certain degree he does do that. But it's just, this is just a slapdash. See what I did there? Slapdash plot thrown together with a lot of loose. Everyone's like, you can almost see in the meeting someone going, "Hey, what if we brought in this thing that's been sitting around for a while? What if we did this?" It's basically, you know what it is? It's Captain America if the Bounce Network made Captain America. That's what this movie is.
Oh, by all accounts, it's a very expensive Disney Plus movie.
Right.
So all right, boy, that's basically I couldn't have said anything better. I wanted to ask you off the bat that, listen, everybody loves Harrison Ford. We all do. He's Han Solo.
I don't. I hate Harrison Ford.
You asshole.
Okay,
most of us love Harrison Ford. But anyway,
I hate Harrison Ford is not a good actor. He's never tried. And every time he's had the way he shit on his Han Solo character, want him to get killed off every single movie and stuff like that is so well known. I can't think of one movie where I was like, oh yeah, maybe Indiana Jones. He played a good Indiana Jones. I'd give him that. Yeah. Beyond that, I think he's so overrated. And in this, he's basically just I mean, it really made me miss William Hurt. That's
the first thing I want to ask you is that, okay, listen, when you're taking a character like General Ross, obviously right here, William Hurt, the guy passed away, right? But you could say that, okay, you're a military man, that General Thunderbolt Ross in the comics got the mustache, he's a general, he's fucking smoking cigars, drinking. There's a certain gravitas and weight carried to him. Even in the Eric Bana Hulk movie, I still thought Sam Elliott looks like a general, correct?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so Sam Elliott, William Hurt, there's a certain way they carry themselves. when I'm watching Harrison Ford, I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, man, this is like you were so not a number one, a military man. You're 82 years old, but you're playing Harrison Ford. You're not playing Thunderbolt Ross. Even to make a joke where he's like, "Yeah, I just shaved the mustache to make it better for PR." I'm like, but that's part of his character is the big white mustache, and he's got a certain weight to him. There's no reason he shouldn't have cast a guy who's like 50, maybe 55 at best, but like casting a guy who's 82 years old to be Thunderbolt Ross, like weird.
No, they did it for name recognition
Yeah.
and nothing else. And Harrison Ford did it for a paycheck. So
Now it's something other reviewers, because I did watch Jeremy Johns and this goddamn Merle. I would say for me, and maybe you feel differently about this, that for my money, Harrison Ford felt like the best part of the film, only because you're expecting him to like just basically snore his way through the film. He was actually fucking trying. Like he was.
No, he
like,
was. Yeah, no,
you know.
he was. But at the same time, he had nothing to work with.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying.
I
Like,
will still contend. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean, and the few. Listen, I didn't really need there to be a big, a long sequence with the Red Hulk, because it's just basically. I mean, this Red Hulk's. I mean, he's just as weak as the current Bruce Banner Hulk. I mean, he gets taken down by by
Falcon.
kind words from Falcon. For
Yeah.
had they brought the daughter out to like talk him down, and the sun's getting real low, big guy,
Yeah.
something like that, then maybe. But I mean, it was just so ridiculous, and not only that, the special effects during that scene were like PlayStation 2 level special
Christ.
effects. It was so bad. Like I was having to pinch my arm to stay awake
Right here.
like during this.
Yeah.
Just so stupid.
And that's the thing. It's like even with the bad CGI with the Mark Ruffalo, you could still feel like Bruce Banner looks different than the Hulk. This is just a red Harrison Ford. The whole point of like the Red Hulk, at least in the comics, is, and I could go into a tangent, but I read the entire on my Marvel Unlimited app. I read the Red Hulk saga, then also read She-Hulk saga, which spoilers, whatever, it's comics. Red She-Hulk is actually Betty, because the Abomination killed Betty, and fucking so Thunderbolt Ross, and funny part in the film, the leader makes him Red Hulk. In the comics, the leader made him Red Hulk as well. The difference is he volunteered. In this one, they basically make Red Hulk a different version of Bruce Banner and sympathetic, and it's against his will, which is a total fuck up with the Red Hulk. The big premise of the Red Hulk in the comics is that, unlike Bruce Banner, because the Hulk and Bruce Banner are two different personalities. Everybody knows that, Red Hulk can transform at will, and so he's always Thunderbolt Ross. But Marvel, in the comics, to their credit, when it came out for like a year and a half, nobody knew who the fuck it was. So it was a big question mark for the fans. Like, who the fuck is Red Hulk? We don't know who he is. And this was like, boy, and as people said, toxic spoilers for anybody. When they're marketing Red Hulk over the promotional material, the trailers and the posters, do you think you're going to get Red Hulk for 10, 15 minutes? I think I counted 5.5 minutes he's on screen.
Yeah. No, he's definitely not on screen for very long. I kind of never really expected him to be. I didn't think he was going to be the big bad of this movie with what they were. I thought it was going to be like a quick one-off, and it was going to be something that they tricked him into doing. It would have worked better had he decided, knowing that it was possible that he was going to turn into Hulk, but that was the only way that he was going to survive. So the idea behind that is that the big brain guy, the leader, has been giving, as he's been being kept in like a black site cell, he's been giving the president, Ross, these
Viagra.
pills to extend his life and keep him alive. And the pills were actually have a side effect of turning him into Red Hulk if he's triggered in such a way.
Yeah, basically. And that's boy, it's like there's so much lore I can break down Red Hulk, but yeah, it's like they basically made Red Hulk in the film just another version of Bruce Banner, where it's like he's sympathetic, he can't control it, and as you said, he gets into a fight, his movements, he's acting exactly like the Hulk does in MCU, but the problem is in the comics he acts nothing like, besides him being red, that's all they have in common. His powers are different, his healing factor is different, his fighting style is way different than fucking Hulk. In this movie, all it is just Falcon running away from a Hulk that's red. He moves and acts exactly, he transforms exactly like Bruce does, which is fucking stupid because the characters are so much different. Like, it's easy to say, okay, this is just a red version of Hulk, but no, they're way two different characters. But this, though, I'm like, what are you guys going for? You just made the Hulk red. That's it. He's supposed to have a whole different personality, a whole different power set, a whole different, like, it's way different. But yeah.
And then we get this overinflated, long ass
Proctor.
aerial battle with Falcon and Baby Falcon,
Yeah.
where they get involved
It-
in this
Yeah.
kind of Cold War thing over the celestial body. They have like renamed it to like Celestial Ocean or something like that, where the big celestial is at, and they have this like long, overextended aerial battle that you don't give a shit because it's so very obviously green screen. It's so very obviously
It's fast too.
computer
It's like this. Like what the fuck is
Yeah,
going on?
so
man? Like,
none
it's-
of it makes sense. None of it
Yeah.
looks like anything. And you know that the little baby junior Falcon's not going to be killed. You know
Yeah.
that World War III is not going to get started.
Mhm.
So it's like all of these things. Like you don't care. There's no stakes in it because none of it is going to make any. It's not going to have any bearing on the MCU in the long run because none of this stuff is going to make sense. And then we get we're supposed to be looking at a callback scene to the Raft prison where that's where they put Ross for his own protection and for the world's protection at the end. And you got the Falcon going, Captain Falcon going to speak to him. It's just, it's really just, it's so mediocre and lame and stupid. And of course, yes, there, spoiler, there is an after credit scene where he goes back to the Raft again, or maybe he never left, whatever. And Anthony Mackie, confronts the leader, and the leader says, "Oh, well, beware, the others are coming." And it was like, dun, dun, dun. So whatever that means.
Yeah, usually, guys, we do a rating system and a spoiler. Honestly, at this point, I don't even want to fucking do it, because usually we'll rate it and move on. Say, hey, guys, let's talk 5 minutes of spoilers. Truth be told, I don't care enough. I don't want to drag this on longer than we have
6.5 Derpy Entertainment. 6.5 out of what? 100? 6.5 out of 1,000?
I mean, that's not why I would have gave it, but okay.
Well, we have our own system of doing the review here.
Okay.
So.
Like Prato said, the biggest issue is, okay, for anybody like me who's read a comic book, I knew going in, of course, that Harrison Ford is Red Hulk. But for what they would call normies, like my mom would watch the Thor movies, but putting Harrison Ford on all the promotional material was fucking stupid. It should have been, for anybody who didn't read a comic,
right?
Having him become the Red Hulk, it would have been at least a good reveal.
Exactly. Like they made this huge. They took much more time to do a slow, quick reveal of, or slow sudden reveal of Liv Tyler's Betty Ross character. Then they should have taken that time and energy into, yes, they should not have revealed that, they blew their wad letting everybody know that the Red Hulk was gonna pop up. I mean, they telegraphed it anyway with him taking those pills and things like that throughout. Anytime he's stressed out, he's taking those pills. But it's one of those things that it would have been better served for, like, Red Hulk to just pop up. They have Bucky pop up for a couple minutes when I guess he was on his lunch break from the Thunderbolts and decided to come on over to Brave New World set and say a couple inspirational, non-inspirational lines, basically saying, he basically tells Anthony Mackie, hey, don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing a great job. Yeah, I love you. And then, and don't forget, you're a better Captain America because you're black, and that's what's important.
And he's not wrong.
And no, he doesn't say those specific words, but that is 100%. But that is 100% the intent.
That was probably before the reshoots. That's why.
Right.
He said, he said, Steve Rogers gave people hope, but because of who you are, you inspire people to be better.
And you know what? Had they leaned harder into the fact that he's playing a Captain America with no super soldiers serum, then I can see that there was a chance, like a whisper of a chance, that they were going to go for that, because there is instances like, he gets in battles and he gets fucked up,
which I did like, only because
I did like that too. I like that too. He gets messed up. You always like to see your hero get messed up, because if he gets messed up and he gets hurt, then there's stakes to stuff. And, but he kind of just shakes it off. Like, he's shaking off wounds that should have put him in the emergency room. He's just kind of shake it off.
And that's the thing. It's like when you watch Steve Rogers Captain America fight, okay, has a super soldier formula. The point is, he's basically enhanced. He's almost superhuman. Like, he'll do shit like Captain America 2. Hey, on your left. He's sprinting around Falcon.
Right.
And even watching
Right.
Civil War, remember the infamous, hey, this guy grabs a fucking helicopter with his massive biceps and holds down a
Right.
helicopter. But like Captain America can actually take on Spider-Man. And Spider-Man's a very enhanced being.
Right.
He's not just average. And that's the premise. Like, at least if you shoot or hurt or stab Cap, he can be hurt, but he also does heal back faster. In the first Avenger, he did say that small scene, but he goes, "I can't get drunk because his metabolism is so fucking high. He burns off alcohol, which is like imagine a life of you can't get drunk. Holy shit!" What?
And had they had more scenes like that, where like when he pulls the Navy, because the Navy SEAL team he uses is completely wasted, in a one off. You know, the bad guy. Once the Navy SEAL team leader realizes that, you know, the Red Hulk is what's going to happen, the bad guy comes in and melts his brain and stops his heart. So it's like, what was the point of that? Now, had they done a thing where because he doesn't have the super soldier serum, he has to have a team with him at all times, you know, like running, that could have made more sense. And then maybe he loses the team. Like maybe they go on a mission and because he doesn't have the serum, his team gets wasted. But because the worst that they do is have little baby Mexican Falcon get banged up a little bit, and then he gets upset because of that. But I mean, no one was ever worried that kid was, and even if he had been killed in the movie, you wouldn't care because we just met him this movie and he didn't leave, you know, like much of an impression.
Next, I'm offended. I have not drove Uber recently drunk. Okay. Proctophile says, yeah,
Recently.
imagine if they took elements from Top Gun and a spy movie with a generous dash of Red Hulk and the intrigue of a well-written leader. It could actually be so good. Of course, it could be good. And has, like, this was the very first teaser trailer was all you saw was Red Hulk at his leg, him throwing a shield. That's it. Now, again, as a comic book fan, I knew who it was, but if that's all they showed, that would have been a good fucking reveal. But yeah, it's just especially with the leader in a comic books is a very deadly villain. They do play on the fact that he's smarter than everybody else and he goes by percentages, and that's how he's manipulating stuff. But yeah, like Wes was saying, well, with Captain America, he gets stabbed and the leg gets stabbed right here. He just shakes it off. Like usually when knife wounds and getting shot, he gets shot and just shakes it off like no problem. You're an average human, dude. You have no super fucking powers. How are you just shaking off bullets and stab wounds? No problem.
Yeah, no, the pacing, the relatability, the believability, all of the stuff in this film. This is such a mediocre, like at some point, you know what we need to do, man? We need to do a tier list of all the bad MCU films. Basically anything that's come out after 2019 is probably pretty suspect. Now, maybe even before then. And then just go in the tier list of the bad. But if you want to know where this falls in the bad MCU, it's dead set in the center.
Well, I will say that, and this is, I guess, again, my only kind of defense for the film is that the fight scenes, right, are nowhere near obviously as good as Winter Soldier and Civil War. But the thing also is, when I'm watching the film, him fighting, he's fighting like Falcon holding Captain America's shield. There's a reason Steve, and then of course Bucky can go toe to toe with Steve. He did in Winter Soldier because he's enhanced as well, plus the vibranium arm. The point is, the fight scenes are a certain caliber when you have Captain America and you have Bucky. Sam Wilson fights like Falcon. He doesn't fight like Captain America. Yes, the fight scenes are not as choreographed. That's also kind of a fucking point. Also, why you shouldn't be having the fucking shield in the first place. In the comics, Bucky has held the Captain America title only until recent comics has went to Falcon. But the point is, like you said before, Falcon is a great character. People loved him in Civil War. They loved him in Infinity War. People like Anthony Mackie. By giving Falcon the title of Captain America, it's a bullshit statement because you're not Steve Rogers. You're nowhere near. Like there's nothing about this guy. Take away his fucking powers. Also, there's a reason that the whole universe went fucking nuts. I was there when Endgame came out and the whole catch Thor's hammer, and when Steve Rogers says assemble, the whole fucking like theater just erupted. You know,
right?
Nothing about this guy. Okay. Fucking General Ross contacts him about restarting the Avengers because after Endgame, the Avengers half of them are fucking dead. But like we have to restart the Avengers. Nothing about this guy screams leadership. Nothing about this guy screams like, dude, you're not leading the Avengers. No fucking way.
No way.
Yeah.
No.
Even if they want to, say for instance, they want to use Red Hulk because Red Hulk sometimes in the comics has been a quasi good guy, but say they do bring in Deadpool and fucking Wolverine, which they're going to. Hugh Jackman just signed another fucking 10-year deal apparently, but they're going to bring back Captain Marvel and Daredevil, but they're eventually going to be starting the new Avengers Doomsday movie. This fucking dude, I mean, how can anyone take you seriously, bro? You can't even fucking throw a punch. Like he's getting his ass kicked during a movie, which, like you said, Wes, it adds to the drama of him being Captain America, but also Steve Rogers. It's like when he walked in Infinity War, he had the fucking beard and he grabbed a spear. Steve Rogers doesn't have powers, but like he has a presence where it's like there's a reason Captain America
Right.
is leading the fucking Avengers.
Aura, as the kids on TikTok call it.
Yeah.
He has aura. And listen, Mackie is a likable actor. He's a likable guy. Recent comments notwithstanding, but he's not. Again, they should have just called this Captain America, not Steve Rogers, or Captain America brought to you by the Bounce Network, because it's just it's so cringy and ethnocentric. With all the rap movies, they don't even have a Marvel title scrawl, dude. In the beginning of the movie, no Marvel title scrawl.
I don't know.
Did you notice that? That's when I knew I was. That's when I knew I was in trouble. When there was no Marvel.
He just signed a new 10-year deal, and the whole Deadpool until he's 90. He might do it till he's fucking 90.
Well, Ryan Reynolds has got to do it till he's 90 because he's got to pay off all of Blake Lively's lawsuits for sexually harassing Jason Baldoni.
I guess Hugh just signed on for at least 4 more movies. So trust me, the Wolverine ain't going nowhere. So yeah.
Well, but, in good news, the Thunderbolts preview looks pretty dope.
It looks a lot better. That's true.
Marvel's Suicide Squad looks fairly interesting, and
again. If you look at the comics, right, it's called the Thunderbolts. Well, he's called General Thunderbolt Ross. The Thunderbolts were created by Ross.
Right.
So now he's in a fucking raft as Red Hulk. And so I guess minor spoilers, guys, not a big fucking deal. Liv Tyler does come back as Betty, and she's in one scene when she talks to her father.
Do you think they de-aged her?
I'm not, I was thinking as well. Liv Tyler, look at her stats. She looks fucking good.
Yeah, I felt like they were de-aging her in that, which that's cringy. I mean, it's possible.
She's 47 years old. Okay,
so she's my age, but she's like a heavy smoker, and that that's like kryptonite to white girls' faces.
I mean, I'm looking at current pictures. It's also, you have the lighting and the scene, the camera angles. She, for her age, again, she looks like a 47-year-old woman. So I think they just showed the angle the right way. Yeah, but she has one scene.
Don't be doing any super like sexual thrillers anytime, Liv Tyler, because I don't want to see it. Sorry, vomit. Cue the Tyrion vomit clip.
Oh God, I know I got to download that. So
it's down below by the way.
Oh, damn it, yeah. First time doing this, boys and girls.
All right, that's not bad.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I'll fix that later.
Okay. No, she doesn't look bad. But how much better would it have been if, while he was trying to at the finale, when he's trying to talk Ross down, telling him, the variation on.
I was expecting that
sun's getting real low, big guy, for her to walk up and like the daughter to calm him down. That would have made so much more sense instead of him using black guy Falcon magic on him.
Yeah,
I mean,
now,
it's just.
Again, like the only why I wouldn't give a total 1 for, because Red Hulk, and as a comic book nerd, the difference between him and Hulk is, besides adamantium, Wolverine can stab the Hulk. The Hulk, any weapons, they bounce off his chest. The Red Hulk is actually weak to stabbing weapons. Like you can take a regular samurai sword and stab the Red Hulk. He heals it right back. But so Falcon taking his Falcon wings and cutting the Red Hulk, I'm like, well, technically it is comic book accurate, because Falcon, any samurai with a sword can actually cut the Red Hulk. So that his one weakness is stabbing weapons. Mind you, heals it back pretty instantly. But
strangely enough, that's my one weakness too, is stabbing weapons. Stab. All right, you ready to flush this turd or what?
I think before we head out, the only one thing is some people were bitching about, like, why doesn't Red Hulk kill Falcon one hit? They do say that, just like fucking Black Panther, apparently between movies and the bullshit TV show, his new suit is vibranium. And if you watch Black Panther, it can absorb damage. So like he is fucking basically, he's sitting there and taking damage from Red Hulk, but he's absorbing the kinetic energy. So when he puts it back at Red Hulk, in universe, it does make sense. I don't like it.
But okay, fair enough. But so the suit, the Black Panther suit did that. But didn't Black Panther have some bullshit herb that made him super soldier type strong and fast and stuff without the suit? It wasn't just the suit that made Black Panther.
I'm just trying to like add something to it.
Okay, all right. You're just trying to a little bit of cope. Okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's our review. We're gonna show our rating. That's our review of Captain America, brought to you by Bounce. So if you know, you know, the Bounce Channel.
Next, listen.
Uh,
Okay, this is a franchise with a fucking big red rage monster who got the Hulk through pills, through Viagra pills.
Yeah,
So
his Viagra pills turned him into a
swear to
red rage
God,
monster.
he was eating pills all movie and the pills over a
Yeah,
decade.
he was. Yeah, he was.
Christ. Oh.
Okay,
Lord
so
Toxic, how would you rate this wonderful film?
this is a bottom shelf. So for anyone, you want to explain the rating system real quick because I know we got a couple new people in the
Yeah,
chat.
well, we have bottom shelf is bottom shelf alcohol like beer,
Rot gut,
piss
rot
water.
gut. Yeah.
Yeah. Middle shelf is what you call a middle movie. It's not the best, not the worst. It's serviceable. We all have that. And of course, top shelf. Lord Toxic. Is this stuff top shelf? This is imported Goldschlager. Is this top shelf or middle?
I guess it'd be high, middle, low top.
Yeah, it's cinnamon liquor. It's got the gold flakes. The flakes are awesome.
Yeah, so. I don't. I've worked in many bars. I do not drink liquor anymore because I will turn into a red rage monster.
Or someone like me.
Yeah,
nobody wants that.
But yeah, this is bottom shelf. This is bottom shelf with the bottle broken and a little bit of the glass gets in your drink and you're drinking the glass down and it cuts your stomach. So
yeah, I would say definitely, like I said, this is 100% bottom shelf. If I had to go 1 out of 10, which you wouldn't, I'd probably would go like maybe a 4, only because some of the Red Hulk scenes, some of them, there was something there. And again, Harrison Ford for me was least watchable. And like you said, Anthony Mackie is trying his ass off with shit material, but at least he's trying. And like, it just,
but you're not a main character, dude. You're not that guy. Anthony Mackie cannot carry a movie. You're not that guy. You're a great 100%. Side character. He's a very dynamic presence in movies, but you ain't that guy. You are not that guy, Anthony Mackie. Like, I'm not buying it. No one's buying it. And this is not the guy that's going to lead the Avengers. That's crazy. Also,
I can see some of you softer because you can tell with the reshoots. I was expecting more of this shit, but they actually did tone down right here.
You've got to do better, Senator.
They did tone down the whole like Captain. Like the funny part, they never mentioned one time during the film about Captain America being black, which was shocker. Because I was expecting.
Well, okay, so yeah, they don't do that, but then they make sure that all the ancillary characters the main ancillary characters are black. So you got Hispanic, you have Hispanic Junior Falcon sidekick, you have black, maybe love interest, maybe former love interest, security services chick that's his inside person or whatever. You have black former convict Captain America, part of the big. You have Giancarlo Esposito, half black, half Hispanic, as one of the lower tier bad guys. And
what is this guy? What is he Hispanic? The mini Falcon, baby Falcon? What's his?
He's Hispanic. He's Hispanic.
Okay, I thought so. I couldn't tell.
Yeah. He's a very light skinned Hispanic, but he's definitely Hispanic, like for sure.
He's too white.
So and then you have little 4-foot orphan Black Widow, whatever she's supposed to be, some kind of weird, Euro trash. She looks like a sock puppet with legs. Like
I'm being generous with a 4. It's probably more of a 3, but I was trying.
Right.
Any Asians? Well, I mean, Thunderbolt Ross does. America's fighting Japan for adamantium, so there is Asians in the film, technically.
Yeah. And I do agree. They're played by bad guys, greedy asshole bad guys. So that's good.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, no, it's just one of those things, man. It's 2025. We are now the midway point in the second month in 2025, and I've literally seen one good movie. You know who needs to do better? Hollywood. You need to do better, Hollywood. I need something more than what you've been giving me. One good movie in a month and a half. Like, everything else has been stinkers. I don't have the kind of money to be shelling out for this kind of dog shit Drek like all the time. So my prediction, this movie is going to be number 1 for the weekend. And then next week, it's just going to get shut down and go off into obscurity.
Again, since it has, I have right here, Regal Limited, right on my phone.
Oh, Regal Limited.
That's why I go see if these shit movies work, because I'm not paying for it, guys.
Oh, wow. How many movies a month can you see with the Regal Unlimited?
Well, it is called Unlimited. So unlimited.
So as many as you want? Like a multi-pass?
Did you know
like a multi-pass?
We're Toxic. When I went to the kiosk to scan my barcode, it did say a full price ticket was $19. And I'm only paying $24 a month.
Yeah, I actually had a pass because the last movie I went and saw, Heart Eyes, was so bad, and I walked out of it, and the lady at the theater gave me a a comeback try again ticket, and that's what I did. Yes, hashtag shill for Regal.
To like what Nick was saying, I mean, one thing right now,
And that's what you're gonna sell out for.
Yeah. We're selling out for you, Regal.
Everyone knows,
Sponsor
boys
us.
and girls, $400 million. This film is it's gonna be the biggest box office bomb of 2025. It's gonna go down in history for like Marvel losing shitloads of money. Like you said, it may do good money over the weekend, but it's gonna fucking tank. They're gonna lose a shitload of money. And you know, Marvel, we don't feel bad for you. You did this to your fucking selves. You should have given the shield and the title to Bucky. It had no fucking reason going
Or
to
John Walker. Walker.
That's so, yeah. John Walker. I mean, Kurt Russell's son. He was the only thing I liked about that bullshit TV show. I just watched it to talk about it with people like you, but he was the best part of that show, and that show sucks. So I did find an exclusive clip for Marvel. Listen, guys, when 2025 ends and you see this is the biggest box office bomb of the year, I mean, there's one reason, and Disney, we don't feel bad for you, because when you fucking play games, you fuck around and find out, you do DEI hirements, this is what happens to you.
Police, get what you fucking deserve!
Yep. All right. Well, I think we've successfully flushed this turd.
Yes, and I did find for our low bar review that, so me and Lord Talks, we are in agreement, is that tell everybody, guys, if you're drunk on Disney Plus one day, maybe watch it for the Red Hulk scenes, all 5 minutes of it. Actually, don't fuck this, YouTube it. But we walked out, and our final assessment for Captain America 4 Brave New World, the film that shouldn't existed, was this is our official rating for it.
That is one big pile of shit.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
Hashtag hashtag blue collar loser, the Captain America we all really needed.
Oh man, I would have did a better job. And plus Anthony Mackie, fuck dude, hit the gym. Christ, I think I'm in better shape than he's in. Like, I mean, Chris Evans at least look like Captain America, man. What is, like, come on, man, do some push-ups for him.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Too much Cavassier.
Yeah. So next, everybody, Boosh, I'll probably be streaming Resident Evil 4 remake because, hey, again, GameFly, I rented it for $10. I wasn't blowing $60 in a game, but $10, the game is just as fun.
Well, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. I will be doing a in-depth review of 500 Days of Summer and talking about that for a little bit later on this afternoon. And look for me and Eclectic Goat to be talking about Hannibal book versus the film next week on her channel.
Yeah. Also, for something good for you guys, just came out last night. Go watch Cobra Kai. I watched episode 1. I got to see how it ends. Yeah.
And hopefully the dollar shill money our buddy Charles handed out will get us on there with the Critical Drinker. And but hey, again, if you do hear this, Chucksenhausen, thank you so much. That was definitely super cool of you to do that. Hopefully we can slide Enzo in there as well. But okay,
I'm watching Cobra Kai on Valentine's Day. There's nothing gay about that.
No. Well, I mean, that watching is not necessarily gay, but it's the fact that you watch it with your pants down around your ankles.
I mean, it is Terry Silver. Come on, man. Yeah.
Terry Silver. I don't even know where I left off, so I got to catch up with that. But I will catch up with it today, and I'll have my 500 Days of Summer review. You know, the best non-romantic.
I'll get a slide next time, because I forgot he's in a rush. That's why we head out here. So
my book. Oh yeah. Hey, if you guys have a second, my book Slapdash still for sale on Kindle Unlimited, and large print paperback. It is for $15 and change. If you live in the United States and would like a copy of it, then you can get it from me. And there you go. Live outside the United States, your best bet is to go to Amazon, and you can get it there. And it's called Slapdash, Kansas City crime thriller, loosely based on Lord Toxicity's life. So I think it's pretty good.
I'll buy it eventually. See, my finances are sad.
Well, I think I can find it in my heart to send you a copy.
I pay. Listen, I pay for shit. Hey, as broke as I am, I don't do piracy or handouts. So I want.
I'm sure that I can find it in my heart to send my good friend a copy of my book, as long as you promise to do a fair and even keeled review. How's that?
Definitely not sober, but sure.
All right. So there's lots of drinking in the book. So
yeah. All right. Nick said I'll be out later for Resident Evil and watch Cobra Kai. So I will make an
Yeah.
outro eventually. You
You
ready?
still haven't done an outro?
I'm fucking busy. Shit.
My
I'm working 2 jobs. I hate my
God.
life.
Gay.
All right, we're out of here.